Alright. Welcome back to I'm a Noble on the Brink of Ruin. So, I tried mastering magic. Anime review, episode 3. We're here discussing episodes 5 and 6 of the series. Excuse me. Yeah, also with these ones, I'm like halfway through the season. Yep, halfway point. So, here's kind of what happens over the course of these 2 episodes. Well, the elf village is attacked by wolfmen, so after dispelling the situation by showing off a junior Rodon, they immediately become basically familiars. The leader gives him the name Chris. Turns out this actually is a girl, and she basically acts like his pet. Reminds you of the character Delta from The Eminence in Shadow. That's what this girl reminds me of. Yeah. Except that she was always like that, instead basically he used a magical spell to turn into that. Yep. Of course, he had to deal with more invaders on his land. He's able to dispel them. Of course, one point basically that the elves been training it really well and beat. Well, actually, we'll get back to that. So, then we have Princess Scarlet, where we see her mansion. The fact also we see like inside, like, ooh, is this some part of Rodon's power? And Claire Sam, and basically because she's got dragon blood in her, she would use it, but after like one shot, she's basically like exhausted. But look how basically they make us another version of it using Mithril, and she formed a contract with it, which basically bonds him. And of course, then he made a familiar contract with the actual item and named it Ares, the god of war. And before this, they had gotten visitors from the nation of Gemal, basically Princess Scarlet's nation, where offered, oh yeah, the princess's hand in marriage. He's like, have you met the marriage? Several times. Yeah, basically getting engaged to the woman who's standing right behind him. Which, I'm like, you lucky bastard. Also, they had this weird thing of basically like, this doesn't happen very often where princesses have got like drill bits hair. It's like, this has happened a few different anime I've seen. Usually one of the ones I could think of has been like this. I think this happened I know this happened with Beatrice in the show of ReZero. In the case of a character engaged with Princess, this has happened a few times, but not a lot per se. Oh, by the way, the whole thing of the character finding a nation, this actually came from another one of my smartphones. It's the only show I could think of where it's been like this. Yeah, so he goes from like raising ranks to like finding a nation. And of course, apparently also that also there's a golem. Well, actually, first they like right here tells to go to this ruin. They break inside, like, oh look, there's an actual statue that moves, and removing one of its layers on his head becomes his. And later on, find, oh, this actually is armor. After a little bit, basically, well, it exhausts Liam, so he later on trains to master it. There's also a thing where he apparently decides to go look for in this one area practicing his magic, and discovers, oh yeah, the place discovered ore, and they mentioned, oh yeah, that he was told by Chris that there's actually trolls in the area, and he meets the trolls. Wonder whom has got a goatee, looks like a mustache, and he's got this stuff on him, and Liam fights him without injuring him, and he ends up spooking his friend. So later on, he forms a contract with him. Like if you watch it with House sequence, the big muscular guy you see who works for Liam, that's where it came from. And he gets the name of Guy, and there was like Gone, all the other basically trolls get names. Oh, and the elves, they get armor, thanks to, of course, him making armor, and take out a group of bandits, no problem. They probably do not know the fact he's building a nation out of this area. Trying to think here, was anything else? Surprisingly, in these 2 episodes alone, and this is quite interesting, the first 2 girls he met in the first couple episodes, they're not here. Well, maybe the way to they'll probably make a return soon. Probably, yes. Like, they were last seen staying in the house that Liam built. And then later on, we see the princess there with Rhaena and Chris. Talking about basically, about Night to attempt to invade the country. But, really good 2 episodes. Can't wait to discuss the remaining 6. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Next up, basically, we have is a comic corner, and it's on the case closed next. Okay, next video. Bye.